Wednesday Night Dynamite at 8 on TNT or anytime on demand and the app.
It is your favorite day of the week, Wednesday night, and that means it's time to ignite the dynamite. Hey everybody, I'm Alex Abrahantes alongside Dasha Gonzalez. As always, together we are collectively known as Daleks. How are you, Dasha?
I'm great. I'm so happy to see you. Look at that nice AEW jacket you have on.
Well, thank you. You know, I figured I'd dress up for the occasion. Because you know why?
I got my gold on.
I know, you got to go on. We're celebrating New Year's Smash Part 2 or Part 2, depending on, you know, what part of the world you're in.
Yep.
And this is going to be an awesome night of action. I mean, from top to bottom, the card is absolutely stacked. It's loaded. So let's get into it, because last week, I mean, the world is still buzzing as to what took place at the end of Dynamite. Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, the man with Don Callis, who week after week seems to continue to just surprise us in every way, form, and fashion. And then we see Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson in an AEW ring. Of course, they're the Impact Tag Team Champions. And then we saw this melee take place and the Young Bucks come out. And it looks like the Elite is all back together. It's insanity. And tonight we're going to see the Elite in action.
I'm loving it. I'm loving. The Elite have so many titles. They've got the AEW World Tag Team Championships. They've got the AEW World Championship. Like, this is so amazing. They truly are proving why they are the Elite.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. So this is going to be awesome because we have not seen the Elite team up in months here on Dynamite. So this is going to be exciting. Something you are not going to want to miss. You know what else is really exciting? This is a match that I am really, really looking forward to because I think it's going to be technically off the chart. We're talking about the NWA Women's Champion Serena Deeb defending her championship against Ty Conti.
Ty is a real black belt in judo. Mm-hmm. She has a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. The woman is a fighter. She knows how to take care of business, but at the same time, Serena Deeb does as well. She is the NWA Women's Champion, and she is a veteran in the locker room, and she is not scared of Ty Conti.
No, not at all. And Serena Deeb, without a doubt, is one of the most technically sound women's wrestlers anywhere. She's phenomenal, and anytime that she steps in the ring, she seems to have incredible matches. She always shows us something new and really just brings an excitement to the women's division, which is incredible. But Ty has been so impressive. We saw her with a very impressive win recently on Dark. And now, obviously, we know her best friend is going to be, I'm talking, of course, Anna Jay is going to be, accompanies her to the ring. They are just such an incredible group of girls. They support each other. Dasha, my New Year's hope for you is that someday you can find a good friend, a best friend like Anna Jay in your life.
Wow, but then we wouldn't be the best friends. We'd be like the bestest friends. You can only have one best friend.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense, Alex.
Fair enough. And we're going to be talking about...
But back to the match. The match, Alex, at hand. We're not talking about the Dark Order right now. The match at hand. Serena Deeb, the teacher, versus the student in Ty. Who knows? Tonight, maybe the student may surpass the instructor.
You never know. Ty's been ultra impressive. She could very well have Serena Deeb's number tonight. Now, let's talk about a tag team match that we've got with, let's say, some personal animosity, because Jurassic Express is going to be taking on FTR. So FTR has been really upset that Jurassic Express has really kind of been getting a lot of airtime. They've been getting a lot of focus here in AEW. And listen, FTR, they claim to be the best tag team in the world. They feel like they are the best, and they're quite frankly insulted at Jurassic Express because they feel like they're a circus sideshow where FTR are true professional wrestlers.
The issue is FTR has an issue with everyone. They're always trying to pick on anyone and everyone.
I don't have a problem with FTR, do you?
I love FTR. I mean,
okay,
I don't really have a problem with anyone, except for you sometimes.
Well, you just drank the Kool-Aid. But anyway, go ahead. Continue, please.
Just kidding. But FTR, I mean, they were AEW World Tag Team Champions. I mean, they have proven their success. Their track record is phenomenal. But at the same time, they can't disregard the fact that Jurassic Express isn't talented. Like, how many dinosaurs can flip and are as agile as Luchasaurus?
Well, no doubt about that. But here's the thing. It's going to be Marco Stunt teaming up with Jungle Boy tonight to take on FTR. And Marco Stunt has really taken exception to the words of FTR. And it's really, truly becoming a personal grudge between these two tag teams. So I wonder whether the emotion will come into play in this matchup and whether that's going to hurt or help Jurassic Express.
I mean, but that emotion is what fuels Marco Stunt. He's the kid that was picked on for always being so small. But he is fast, he is agile. It only takes 1 second to get that pin.
And it takes 3 seconds, actually, but I knew what you meant.
Okay, it takes 3 seconds, but 1, 2 don't count. On the third one, that is the deciding factor. And Marco Stunt needs to get those 3 seconds nice and quick. And Jungle Boy we've heard over and over and over again that he is the future of AEW. And he is fast, he is strong, and I'm excited because this is going to be a killer match with, even though FTR likes to discredit Jurassic Express, they are very technically sound as well. And they are equally as talented. They're younger, so they may just use that to their advantage.
Well, we shall see. And you know what else we're going to see? The Inner Circle's New Year's resolution. That's going to be taking place tonight on Dynamite. Dasha, listen, I know you know all the dirt. What is going to be the Inner Circle's resolution tonight? What is it? I got to know.
In my mind, they have a lot of resolutions they need to make. They need to shape up because there's a lot of issues going on. But I don't know.
I don't know about that. I think that they kind of squared it out. Jake and Wardlow had an incredible matchup. I think that perhaps they can put that to the side. Who would have thought MJF, by the way, would be a peacemaker, trying to go to Jake and trying to calm him down and whatnot? We'll see. The Inner Circle might be united after this.
MJF does everything that's convenient for him. So having them be at peace, the two giants of the Inner Circle being at peace is beneficial to MJF, and we know he's calculating and manipulative. So I mean, I don't trust him with a 10-foot pole, but I do appreciate the fact that he allowed these men to make peace.
Well, it's funny you talk about calculating and people who are manipulative, because Eddie Kingston is going to be taking on Pac in a match that has been weeks and months in the making. This is going to be a brutal matchup. There's no question about that.
Oh, yeah. Eddie Kingston, I have respect for the man, but he also likes to rob people of their family members and call people their best friends when they're not really best friends. And he likes to run his mouth. He does make great points sometimes, but I'm hoping Pac puts him in his place, because Eddie Kingston robbed Pac of his family when he came to AEW.
No doubt about that. And he also injured Pac. He really put a hurting on Pac a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, Pac is a man that you do not want to mess with. He has aggression inside of him at all times. And I really look forward to seeing a really hard-hitting matchup tonight between these two. That's going to be one to watch. And you mentioned something, Eddie Kingston talking about best friends. Well, let's talk about one half of the best friends. Actually, is it 1/3 of the best friends, really? Because we're talking about Chucky T, Chuck Taylor. He's going to be defending the honor of Trent tonight against Miro with some very interesting stipulations.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We kind of got a little bit of an update on how Trent's doing. It's very unfortunate, but the best thing about best friends is they have your back no matter what. So not only is Chuck Taylor, wanting this victory for himself, but he wants this victory for his friend, because what has been done to him is inexcusable and unacceptable. And we know what the stipulations are now. So it's like, I would be fighting as hard as I can to make this win happen.
Well, let's talk about that stipulation. So we know that if Trent were to lose this particular matchup against Miro, he must be, Chuck Taylor. If he loses, And I say Trent because back in the day, Trent and Miro was Trent's young boy. So Miro's never really forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So now, if Chuck loses this matchup, he's going to be Miro's young boy. And we know that there's a big wedding coming up. That's going to be happening in a couple weeks' time on February 3rd. And I guess they need some extra help. So maybe, just maybe, Chuck could help with that. What do you think? Do you think Chuck would be a good young boy? You think he can run the errands necessary to make a good wedding happen?
Of course he's qualified and capable, but have you met Miro? Have you met
I have.
Do you know?
I've played games with Miro on Twitch. He has a little bit of a temper.
A little bit. That is the understatement of the day, Alex. Chuck Taylor does not deserve to be essentially Miro's indentured servant. Okay? No.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Talented. He has such a kind soul and personality. No.
Well, listen, he's ultra talented in the ring. So he has a very good shot of defeating Miro. Now, what would happen to Miro if he were to lose this matchup, especially with the wedding being so close? I think that'll just absolutely send him overboard, and Kip and Penelope are going to have a hard time reeling him in.
Yes, it would most definitely anger Miro. But at the end of the day, Miro needs to remember he's the best man. It's not his wedding. It is Penelope and Kip Sabian's wedding. So he needs to put that anger to the side in order to celebrate his supposed best friend's wedding.
Now, let's talk about something else that is going to be happening tonight on Dynamite. Weddings are exciting. But how about the debut of the waiting room with Dr. Britt Baker? It's going to happen tonight on Dynamite. We've seen the waiting room on Dark before, but this is the debut, and she's going to have a massive guest. None other than the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
I have been waiting for this to happen. I can't wait for the world to see how much fun it is to watch Britt Baker just dancing on her way into the waiting room.
Let's not forget about Reba. Or is it Rebel?
Everybody smile. That's my favorite part of the waiting room. I mean, the guests are great, but who doesn't love Reba Rebel? Whatever Britt wants to call her that day. I personally like to call her a Rebel because that is her real name. But I can't wait to see what Cody has to say in the waiting room.
Exactly. Obviously, a lot's been going on with Cody, and it's going to be great to hear from the American Nightmare tonight. And now let's talk about our main event, because this is going to be something special. Talk about months in the making. We're talking about the TNT champion, Darby Allin, defending his championship against one of the members of Team Taz, the self-proclaimed FTW champion, Brian Cage.
Ooh, this literally is like a David and Goliath type match.
Yeah.
Because Darby and Brian Cage have such significantly different size, stature, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't believe that Darby Allin could become the TNT champion, and he's proven everyone wrong. He is relentless. The man rolls out on his skateboard and he just goes to town. He literally takes anyone and everyone down with, he just gives so much of everything that he has in every match. You never know what's going to happen. He's always on the third rope down. Shoot. He's so quick, so agile. I'm excited.
Well, it's funny you say you never know what's going to happen, because you never know what's going to happen with Team Taz. I mean, they have the numbers advantage. They love to strike whenever the opportune time hits for them. You know, whether it's Taz himself, whether it's his son Hook, whether it's Ricky Starks or Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, Darby really has a target on his back. Well, we've also seen Sting kind of come to the help of Darby Allin or be by his side. That's kind of an odd relationship. We don't know what's going on there. So that's something to keep an eye. What's that?
I don't hate it, though.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think it's a great combination. Both of them have some similarities. But tonight, I am really looking forward to this match, because obviously there's a lot of animosity. There is a lot of competitiveness. We know that Brian Cage not only wants to defeat Darby Allin, but he wants to take away the TNT championship. So what is he going to do? Is he more interested in hurting Darby, or is he more interested in becoming champion? And then regarding Darby, does he want to take out Team Taz, and is he more focused on that and putting a hurt on Brian Cage, or defending the TNT Championship? I think we're going to be talking about this match for a long time to come because it has all of the elements to be an absolute classic on Dynamite, and we don't have to wait very long to see it. Why, Dasha? Because it is tonight.
Tonight, 8/7 Central on TNT. You guys most definitely don't want to miss it. We want you guys to get social with us. Use the hashtag AEW Dynamite all night long. It's going to be an absolutely incredible night 2 of Dynamite New Year's Smash. So
that's right. New Year's Smash Part 2. And let us know in the comments who you think is going to walk out of Dynamite tonight as your TNT champion. Is it going to be Darby Allin, or will it be the Machine, Brian Cage? So for Dasha Gonzalez, I'm Alex Abrahantes. We will see you tonight on Dynamite.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's the epic conclusion to the New Year's Smash. What will happen with the Elite? Eddie Kingston faces Pac, and Brian Cage challenges Darby Allin for the TNT title.
The Machine is going to tear your head off, my man.
Don't miss the special AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite tonight at 8 on TNT.